the bride of the drought god. In the drought scorched village of Kemesa, the cracked ground bore witness to years of dry prayers. The wind that swept through the town carried dust instead of hope, and the sky, once a benevolent provider, had become a silent tormentor. Every soul in Kemesa lived under the shadow of thirst. Children no longer knew the taste of mangoes or the splash of puddles. Cattle ribs showed like skeletal wings, and fields, once green with millet and maize, now lay ashen. Among these withered lives moved Leyla, a 19-year-old girl with skin the color of honeyed teak and eyes like storm clouds waiting to burst. She was the village anomaly, a beauty so ethereal that many whispered she belonged to another world. But beauty was not a blessing here. It was a curse her family bore with shame. Her mother danced with the sky once. Old women muttered behind clay walls. Now the sky weeps no more. Leila's mother, Sarah, had vanished when Leila was only 4. Some said she drowned herself in the ancient river that had since disappeared. Others said she was taken by spirits. Leila only remembered the lullabies about clouds and wings and a man who came when the rain did. It had been 7 years since the last monsoon. On the seventh year, the elders whispered of old prophecies. If no rain falls by the eighth moon, the chief declared, we must offer what the sky desires most. A traveling griot came that week, skin wrinkled like bark, and eyes blind but knowing. He told a tale by firelight. The drought god once fell in love with a woman from the earth, but she betrayed him, so he swore to only send rain again when her blood returned to him. Leila's heart clenched. That night she dreamed of a man cloaked in mist standing on a mountain of bones, calling her by name. She awoke sweating, clutching her blankets. It's just a story, she whispered to herself, but her voice trembled. It was the festival of Makid, the old summoning rite. Women wore ash, men painted their chests with clay, and children carried empty calabashes in a slow, mournful parade. Leila was not meant to dance. Her family had been banned from rituals since her mother disappeared, but the griot had whispered to her before leaving, dance, child. Your body remembers what your mind has forgotten. Leila watched the dancers move with practiced despair, their motions like prayers etched into their bones. A pressure built in her chest, an ache of longing, of knowing, of fear. Her cousin hissed, what are you doing? You'll shame us again. I don't know, Leila murmured. I just feel like if I don't move, I'll break apart. When the drums began, something ancient stirred in her blood. She walked barefoot to the center of the dry field, ignoring gasps and protests. Her dress, plain and white, clung to her like mist. And then she danced, not with rhythm, but with memory. Each step awakened the dirt. Her hands sliced the air like lightning, and her feet traced circles older than words. Above, clouds began to form. A murmur swept the crowd. A breeze stirred, then a gust. Dust spun into spirals, rising like smoke. Leila's eyes rolled back. She collapsed into the cracked earth, unconscious. She awoke under a neem tree with strangers standing over her. But one man stood apart, tall, cloaked, eyes like a storm. His skin shimmered between hues of shadow and light, as if he was not entirely of this world. Who are you? She asked, sitting up. Her voice cracked like the land. He didn't answer, but his gaze lingered long enough to answer a different question. That night she argued with her aunt. You embarrassed us. You danced like a possessed woman. Layla shouted back, I didn't mean to. It just it just happened. I felt something pulling me, like I wasn't in control. Her aunt's face softened slightly. That's how your mother was too, before she disappeared. Layla stared at her plate, the stew untouched. Was it the drought god who took her? Her aunt didn't answer. That night, Layla dreamed of waterfalls, a cave in the highlands, a voice calling her deeper. In the morning, she followed the call. She climbed the cliffs of Mount Oromon, where old gods were said to sleep. There, tucked behind a veil of vines and mist, she found the waterfall from her dreams. It still flowed, though no river led to it. He was waiting. You came, he said, not surprised. What are you? Layla whispered. He smiled. You know. Flashbacks surged in her mind. Her mother dancing in the rain, a man made of mist touching her cheek, a whisper. One day our daughter will return. He was Oromon, the drought god, her mother's forbidden love, her own father. You were born of water and dust, Oromon said. To end the drought, your blood must come home. Layla reeled. You want to kill me? No, he said. I want to make you rain. She stared at him, tears burning in her eyes. You left my mother. You left me. You let our village suffer. Why should I trust you? His gaze softened. I never left. I was exiled from the skies for loving her. I've watched you from the mist, from every dewdrop. I waited for you to awaken. Her voice cracked. You say I'm born of water, but I'm made of pain too. Oromon touched her cheek. Then let your pain become the rain that heals. She fled, returned to her village, but everywhere she walked, dew formed. Wherever she stepped, flowers tried to bloom. Her tears brought puddles. Her best friend Rena ran to her. Layla, what's happening to you? I don't know. I saw him. Oromon. He says I'm the key to ending the drought. Rena gasped. That's madness. Layla looked at her trembling hands. I thought so too. But when I cried last night, the thatched roofs collected water, real water. The village elders begged her to return to the mountain. Children clung to her legs, asking for mangoes. One night she sat under the stars, whispering to the sky, why me? Why must I lose everything to save everyone? The wind answered in whispers. She wept. The sky wept with her. One morning she stood on the village hill and raised her arms. If I must give myself to the sky, she cried, then let my people drink forever. She walked alone to the mountain. Oromon met her at the waterfall. Are you sure? He asked. She nodded. Make me rain. He kissed her forehead. Her skin shimmered. Her bones turned to mist. Her hair flowed like rivers. She rose higher and higher until she was no longer flesh, but cloud. In Kemesa, rain began to fall. First a drizzle, then a storm. Mothers danced, fathers wept, children drank from their palms. Her friend Rena stood on the hilltop whispering. She became the sky, and every year when the rain returned, they sang. She danced in the dust and became the sky. Layla, the bride of the drought god, lives on.